All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage.
That chick AJ.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Bangers, bangers, bangers. All 2023. Bangers just for you and me. Welcome to the bonus episode. Today on El Docket, we got Brittany Renner done had 35 sexes. We got
more bodies.
We got the pastor had a vibrator in the pulpit. Chris Brown got sued for $2 million over Popeye's chicken. And we got Ebony Williams is in the news again. I don't know if y'all remember her. She was the bus lady. She's talking about black women should get married after college, immediately after college. And Joe Biden got down dog, won't stop biting people. And it's the talk of the town. It's the talk of the town. Oh, and also Hassan Minhaj. He is no longer leading candidate for the Daily Show because he embellished some stories during his stand-up. And some of the Patreons said, hey, well, as stand-up comedians, what y'all think about it? So we're going to get to all that today for the people who are on Patreon. But if you're not in Patreon, you're going to hear however much we give you. Might be a little generous, give you 15.
I'm not feeling generous today. They might get a hot 12.
A hot 12? Just the tip.
Oh, that's more than I would give
Y'all
them.
want the helmet or you want the full shaft?
Give a good enjoy guns and cut.
Get you a little bit of that helmet and shaft. Come on in the Patreon, get the full experience.
Why is it always a dick thing?
I don't understand that either.
What? How could I make it coochie version? You give me the version.
Why does it have to be a sexual
innuendo? It could just be like, hey, if you want the full experience.
Right. You want the 5-course meal.
If you want the 5-course meal, come to Patreon. If you just want a little head, stay out here. But if you want the head, the handy, the rubbing tongue, the 69,
I actually meant a 5-course meal, like an appetizer, salad.
Okay, well, you should have said that.
Artichoke dip.
Depends on how you want to describe a meal.
Dip, but sometimes I've been wanting the wings too. They might not get the wings too.
Get you a whole 5-course meal. The appetizer, the pre-course, the main course.
The salad.
How you get to 5?
You toss it. No.
Sex. We down back to sex again. All right. So Brittany Renner was on Club Shay Shay yesterday. Very funny interaction between her and Shannon the Sharp. And she told him that she had sex with 35 men, and this was his response.
Play it, Kevin.
A lot of memeables.
Oh, yeah. It was so funny. Such a good meme.
I've had sex with 35 guys. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, drank it.
That was Melissa at that restaurant last week.
Impressive isn't
With 2 crab legs in her
word.
stomach.
So if I'm judged for
Anybody
having,
else need a shot of this?
if I'm judged for having great taste,
We are in the bar, so help yourself.
Now, here's the first thing I thought, Angel. I can honestly say this. As a person who's been with the same woman since I was 16, I don't even know how many bodies is a lot, respectable. I don't even know. I need the people in the world, people who are watching, tell me. Because I'm on less than one hand.
But our audience is also quite biased. Majority of our audience are Christians.
Amen.
Okay, amen. And like ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have a standard of you should be one and done. Granted,
That ain't realistic.
I know a couple of people.
Yeah.
Your wife is one of the couple of people who was a one and doner.
One and done. The biggest thing she ever seen in real life. Some people sent her some stuff during the pandemic. What are you going to do about that? But in real life.
Don't worry. At her bachelorette party, she'll see some more. No, I'm just
Dang.
Don't worry. I'm going to make sure this time she has a lot more. No, I don't really know because when I hear 35, I feel like people be out here in them streets. So that seems like
now more than ever.
And also, let's be honest. Shannon Sharp.
Oh, I'm
Now,
certain.
I get the joke. The joke comes before anything else.
Yeah.
But what is you coughing for, Shannon? You was the unmarried black male who was in the National Football League?
Purity culture been gone.
He
What?
probably doesn't know his number, to be honest.
He had 35 a season, probably.
Right.
Shannon the Sharp, come on now. He tried to pay for a woman's divorce so he could hurry it up.
Did
was
he really?
Like, yes, he was like, let me just help you along and get this
That
thing
was
over
nice
with.
of him.
But it was the interaction was funny, but I literally don't know. People in the Patreon, you ain't got to tell me y'all bodies personally, you know what I'm saying? But of the people you know, is she around? Is she near? Is she high? Is she low? Because I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't think that was a lot for. I think she might be 35 years old.
I think it might be a lot if you aren't a person that is driven by sex and relationships.
Okay.
Because I think you can easily in a lifetime, like at 35, only have between 5 and 10 people. Even if you're not someone prescribing to purity culture.
Right.
you're
You just regular living in the world. She's 31, by the way.
Just regular living in the world. I think between 3 and maybe 10, if you had some wild days in college, is probably what the average
3 and 10 bodies or a year?
3 to 10 bodies.
I was
In a
thinking.
year.
I was
Oh,
thinking.
Total.
I was thinking 15 to 25
By 31?
is on the mid to high side.
15 to 35 is on the high. You
Well,
was
no,
a single man for a long time?
15 to 25 bodies. Because the thing is, more than likely,
I think
most
for
of
a
those
guy, that's true. I think for a girl, it's probably less.
15 to 25.
Is a little high. Is a
That's
little
what I'm
high
saying.
to even say that's
mid.
middle.
I was saying it's mid to high because you got to assume the block might be spun once or twice.
Well, that don't
Even
count,
though
right?
said-
That's
no,
the same person.
That's the same body.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like 35
I see what
might
you're
be an
saying.
outlier.
Yeah, I feel like 35 is only achievable by someone who is like motivated by sex or motivated by
Yes.
like connecting with people in that way. I don't
Yeah.
think that's something that you can do unintentionally.
So I just did some quick maths. I agree with you, by the way. I want to make that clear. If you subtract 31 from 18, let's say you start having sex at 18, right? And you said 3 to 10
All of a
total.
sudden, Kev's good at math.
Yeah. If you have sex with 3 people a year from 18 to 31, that's 39 bodies.
Yeah.
Is 3 people a year a lot? That's not even 1 a quarter.
For some people, yes.
No, sure.
Yeah.
For some
I
people,
think a lot-
Man
there's
or
a lot
woman
of
too, I
variables.
don't want to create the double
No, I'm
standard
just
of
saying
like, yeah,
people.
Yeah, people in
The
general.
only reason why
And you
I'm
could
saying
you can have a little higher during your college years. Maybe you was going crazy during college.
only reason why I'm saying it's high for a woman, not that there's any judgment for me saying it's high. I'm saying
Right.
I feel like average wise because there is still some
The good girl.
yeah.
No, I got you. I understood. I was just
Yeah.
saying, speaking generally for.
And in her line of
patron
work,
attention.
she's like, I'm after athletes. I'm after.
Yeah, didn't she write
So-
a book about it?
and to
Yeah,
keep
she-
their attention, a lot of times you giving up that.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
well,
get your.
she
Yeah,
was
that's
at
got you.
Jackson State talking to Deion's players. I feel like a year or two ago, telling them how the game works. Like, you got to speak from experience. You
The-
gonna get
the
out
blue
blue speaking
check.
engagement.
Listen, I knew my freshman year, one girl got one of the UK basketball players quick. That girl was pregnant. I don't even know if we were out of first semester. I said, I'd be damn.
That's
Wake up
not-
to psychology 101. It's yours.
That's that domesticated wild cat.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Come on, man.
nice.
Thanks, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he did the alley oop. I said, okay.
I had to.
Yeah. So yeah, I she knows the game, and a lot of these dudes that she more than likely has messed with that have some sort of like clout, that have like cachet to being either athletes or having money, they won't ass. They're not.
Oh yeah.
And it's also like a known thing. It's not like a naivete about it. Like these girls are not being naive or being like, you flew me out and you expect butt. They're like, no, I'm fully willing
We
to
know
do
how,
it.
just like John Wick has a certain exchange rate for currency, they know a fly out butt ratio. We talked about this with Zion. You got to have my nails done, got to get the waxes. This is my part of the
Right, of the agreement. So I feel like she's understood that type of agreement with the type of dudes
The
that I feel
assignment.
like she's been out
Yeah.
after. So I don't think 35 is insane for her to say, nor do I think 35 is like so insane that I'm just like, your puss is going to fall off.
Well, the thing that's interesting, she made this point in another video, and I thought it was very interesting. Obviously, double standards exist, and that's just part of the world that we live in. But I remember seeing this graphic. They were talking about Derek Jeter and his dating roster, and they had a baseball diamond up, and they had all 9 positions. Is it 9?
It's 9. It's 9.
It's 9.
Yeah,
3
it's about
outfield,
9.
4 infield, not
Because-
including pitcher catcher.
And then there's a square.
So is it 11 with pitcher and catcher?
No, that's
That's 9.
Oh, that makes
in
9.
total including
Because 1, 2,
4,
3,
7, 8, 9.
4,
Okay,
That's what I
4
was
on
saying.
base.
5 in the middle,
4 infield, 3 outfield, 7 pitcher
Boom.
catcher.
Oh, pitcher catcher makes
times
9.
4.
So they had, you know what? Derek Jeter had the designated hitter too on his.
I'm sure
I
he
think
did.
that's National
Yeah,
League,
yeah.
right? Or American League? That's American League?
National, but they got away with it.
Oh, there's no designated hitter.
I don't think so anymore.
Oh,
Well,
Well, because
no. The pitcher doesn't have to hit. This so designated hitter. Sorry, it's the rule of your pitcher has to play, isn't necessarily as set in stone for everybody.
right, because they don't care
Right.
about it as much. So it's no longer like a designated driver per se.
bingo.
Right.
So they had Jessica Biel, whoever that he dated, and it filled up
Oh,
10
Jessica
position.
Biel, David Jeter. I was like, how did
Derek.
she
Derek
play?
and Derek
That's who
too.
I said.
That's Derek's cousin. You're thinking Derek's cousin David.
David is his younger brother.
He was
gonna go to the league, but he blew his knee out.
Right.
So he did R&B instead.
Yes.
Right.
And he goes by David Banner, who actually raps. Got it?
But the point is, and this was during a game. They were talking about Derek Jeter's dating people during a game. They put this
Damn.
graphic up with these people, and her point was like, when Derek Jeter's playing, he's this playboy. Here's all his girlfriends. This is a talking point during the game. When it's a woman, she's a slut. She's a slut. And I was like, that's a fantastic. And I happened to be watching. I remember seeing that segment. I was like, this is a. I mean,
really
obviously,
to a
there's
song.
there's a lot of baseball. There's a lot of downtime in baseball. So
Oh,
they're
it's
like,
a
Man,
boring.
they got stats from 85, and today they hit a
Baseball
home run,
is
didn't they?
Boring. You could have went, she's a slut, she's a freak, got a different guy every
every
day
day of the week.
But
But I've been listening to gospel this morning, so my mind was protected by the glory.
but you started the podcast off saying get the tip. But you
Right.
couldn't go to a
the
rap
helmet.
song?
You see the helmet, then pass the
a
helmet.
great point.
And the helmet of salvation is what he was
Nice.
referring
That's what I was
to.
talking about the whole time.
No, you weren't. But what I was gonna say is baseball is boring. However, I did enjoy when we all went together.
We had a great time.
Yes,
The
We
Red
were
Sox
on the
game.
field.
Yes, and I realized Boston needs to get better looking players. Because it would have made it more. They weren't ugly, but the other team had some fine. Who did they play?
Oh, I don't remember.
They played that team though.
We left after 3 innings.
Yeah, we didn't
That
get to stay.
team?
We had a show that in like 2 hours.
I
from
had a
then.
burger and a beer sip, and then that kid tried to.
Oh my God.
What up, y'all? I hope you enjoy this bonus clip snippet. Listen, if you want the full bonus episode, then hit the Kev on Stage Studios Patreon. It's right here on the thing you're looking at. You get patreon.com/Kev on Stage Studios. You can click kevonstage.com. You're missing out. Me and Angel do full-on bonus episodes, and depending on what the topic is, sometimes the better episode is the bonus. Honestly, we're a little more relaxed on the bonus episode because we know it's not going public, so we let our hair down. Well, she lets her hair down. I let my beard down. We also have full shows that never air in full on the YouTube, exclusive shows, merch discounts, tickets. But the thing that you're really missing out on is the community. It's the people like you. Black people, some white, some Mexicans too, but we all kind of cool. They be cool, you know what I'm saying? Allies, if you will. So join us and stop just having the snippet only. You guys just got the tip, get the full shaft. Patreon.
Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for you. Here's another banger for you. With my boy Kev on Stage and that chick Angel.